my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Sending you all of my love. Put down sunshine emojis if you're feeling absolutely fabulous. I am feeling absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous and indeed. So a lot of you wanted me to come and do a part 2 of the Met Gala.
We need to talk about the Met Gala. We need to talk about it. The graveyard that this event has become. Oh my God. It just was just that. It's just like all the looks were just awful, on awful and awful, and then a little more awful. Okay, hello, everyone come in. I'm sitting here and I'm looking like, you know, in my Norma Desmond Sunset Boulevard look. I think those are the girls we have to look for. We have to look for the girls who are actually coming and doing it, even if we're like, who's that? Or like, I have to go look up this person, because that's gonna be the next wave of the bomb people, of the cool people, of the style people, the people that are getting it right. And we have to just give it to the people who are getting it right and not worrying about the names, because the names are not naming. The big names are not naming, and we have to let them not name and name some new people. So let's get into the name game. The only one who came to work was Emma Chamberlain, honey. And she gave us that vintage Mugler, which was so beautiful on her. It was the pixie cut with the makeup, and then also the hand painting on the gown that made it look like it was painted on her body. She was in theme. It was just a win, and it was like a landslide win, because no one else was even trying. And I think what's also interesting that I noted was, like, you have all the heavy hitters, right? The ones that usually dominate the carpet. You, Beyonce and Rihanna and Kim, and they all fell short. And you know, it's a very hard day. It's a very hard day, especially for me to say that about Rihanna. And I know she's been going through a lot, but like, you know, let's go back to the guaupe and the yellow, you know, the yellow cape that was cascading down the stairs all those years ago. I mean, it was bomb. The It girls too, and your little Zoe Kravitz and your Hailey Bieber and your, you know, Gigi Hadid Do It. And they just really weren't doing it either. It was very just like, you know, whatever. I think there's a lot to be said about this whole Jeff Bezos situation. It's just dragging it even further. A lot of people were upset. The vibes were not vibing at the Met Gala. The vibes were not vibing. It was the graveyard. And then, you know, the real kicker for me was Beyonce comes in at the end, honey, like the Grim Reaper child, dressed like Skeletor, honey, and just was there to break all the souls and then take everyone down to the underworld. Let the Met Ball go. I'm gonna shed a tear right now, if I can. Okay, no, never mind.
And I said, well, why not? Let me come and do the Met Gala drama first.
Wait. Who has an umbrella? I need 4 fucking umbrellas. Put 2 in the bag.
2 umbrellas.
Because they're gonna try to sneak their fucking hands. Umbrella. Here. Got it. Everybody step back. Hold that fucking Velcro close. Everybody step back.
Give me up.
I got it. Cover it in the back. Got it. Hold it. Got it. Hold it. I'm holding it. Let's go. All right, make a path, everyone.
Clear a path here. Clear a path.
I'm holding it. And do not let that fucking Velcro back. I will not. I'm not.
Clear a path here. Clear a path.
And do not let that fucking Velcro back. I will not. We're putting it, and then you're supposed to wait.
Oh my God, no.
Like, what is your biggest concern about the Hollywood? Great, thank you so much. Like, who are you wearing?
Blake to your left.
Troy, are you making new music?
It took 500 man
When is it coming out?
And those were actual men.
So what did we have? We had Jeff Bezos and his wife, who were also host co-chairs for this year. A lot of people felt very different about that, to the point that we had our wonderful Zendaya, who did not attend this year's Met Gala. A lot of people had things to say about it. They didn't like the fact that they were hosting. They felt that Anna Wintour maybe kind of sold out to them, to the point that there was a little bit of a fracas, because we had a former Amazon manager who came over there and he was scurried off. It was quite a lot, as a matter of fact. So that was really sad. Meryl Streep also refused to show up. And we also had Taraji P. Henson, who spoke up against it as well, said, why are you going? Absolutely not. I don't represent. So the climate is very, very intense. Then we had Olandria, and I had mentioned Olandria in the first Met Gala review that I had done. Olandria wasn't invited. And a lot of people said, oh, you know, because, you know, she's a reality star, she hasn't earned her chips yet. And I felt that she has earned her chips. Me, personally, yes. I think that she represents the climate when it comes to that beautiful, dark-skinned black woman right now. Whether she came from a reality show or not should not really be of any... should not be put into the decision making. But having said that, I do remember that it took a while before Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians were accepted, then embraced by the fashion beauty community. And Kanye had a lot to do with it at that time. She said it herself. Many people thought she would never ever get the cover of Vogue. She got the cover of Vogue with Kanye on it. So maybe it's a situation where the fashion industry is still being a little bit snobby, but things have changed. If you watch The Devil Wears Prada, I love the fact that they really embraced and understood the digital space has changed. AI is here. For those of us that don't want to accept it, it's here, and many businesses are thriving. So we have to change our mindset, because Olandria's engagement is intense. When I tell you, she just hits the park throughout. And I personally was excited to see what she might have worn on the red carpet. Anyway, her stylist came out to say, don't even worry about it. Olandria was changed last minute. But please, it's not even a big deal. We'll be around, and let's not dampen all that she has achieved. And I felt that that was accurate, because she was at the Vanity Fair party. She was at the Academy Awards. She's doing Sports Illustrated. She's just bought her house. Congratulations. I love to see my sisters win. Olandria, keep on shining, mama. Keep on shining. Good on you. Then, my darling, we had our wonderful, let me just get to it because I have everything here. We had Serena Williams. Now, Serena and Venus, my tennis girls, they were co-host, co-chairs. They were co-chairs for this year's Met Gala. And every year, the co-chairs have a wonderful pre-Met Gala dinner at Anna Wintour's home. So everybody has to go, all the co-chairs. And so Serena showed up at Anna Wintour's home in a red dress that had a slit from the front, and it was backless. Serena, might I add, looked absolutely fantastic on the red carpet. She wore a beautiful silver dress, and I thought she looked fabulous. She is a tennis champion. And you know me, because I've critiqued her before. If I feel that the dress is a hot, smoky mess, I will say so. Now, what did I think of this dress? Because you keep on sending it to me. First and foremost, the body is bodying. I love her body. The body is toned right and tight. She's a mother of two, and she looks absolutely fabulous. Physically, yes, she does. Do you know, I really didn't care for the blonde wig. The blonde wig was what kind of sort of threw me off. I thought it was too blonde. I would have loved a little bit more honey. Having said that, I loved her makeup. And I loved her brows. I love her lips. I think she looks good. I think she looks good physically. The dress was nice. I like the dress, as a matter of fact. Yes, I do. Here's the thing. I think that this slit was too much. And it showed half of her bottom cheek. And the bottom cheek is cute. It's a cute bottom cheek, as a matter of fact. You go, girl, do your thing. I just think it was too much. And that was where it kind of crossed the line from being beautiful, classy, gorgeous, sexy to a touch of not so fabulous. That was the issue. The backlessness of it is nice because the sleeves are long. She could also have had the entire back covered. You could have chosen a dress where it really was about the slit. There's an old-fashioned thing where I still go by, where if you wear a short dress, you're covered on top. And if your bottom half is covered, then you can show off more of your top. So you either have backlessness or the slit. You don't necessarily should have the two. And if you do, it would be one where it's not cut wide like that. It really is just a slit so that you can see the sliver. It gives off more of a timeless look. And that is why this did not work. It was just too much. It was too much. Was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. But I think also that she chose this dress to wear at Anna Wintour's because she's safe there. She's not on the red carpet where they will take pictures of her at different angles, unflattering angles. This was a situation where she was going to sit, have fun, even wrap it around at Anna Wintour's home, and maximum maybe 20 people. So she could get away with it there. I didn't think anything of it. Let us move on to our beautiful Tyla and Rihanna, mother of 3, and she wore a dress that I didn't care for too much. Having said that, we also had Tyla, our South African beauty, and she was wearing Valentino. And so we had Tyla, who had this to say, because I didn't know. I did not what? I did not know. Fans think that Rihanna ignored Tyla at the Met Gala. Tyla also said this before I continue. The ghetto part of the Met is when we all gotta stand glammed up in our costumes while people watch us wait long on all the cars to come around and fetch us one by one. Why ruin the illusion? And I completely understood. You know why? Because the illusion was ruined because now you could see the hierarchy even amongst the celebrities. Tyla stood very quietly in the aisles, most probably waiting for her car, while Rihanna was there, also not really talking to anybody. And you had A$AP Rocky was talking to Giovanna, and she's the global creative director for Swarovski. Yeah, this is important. So A$AP Rocky was talking to her, and so we saw Tyla just standing to one corner. Then Tyla came out, and this is what she had to say.
Oh my gosh. So I met her last year, and she was cool. You know, I met her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey, you know. She was like, hey, my baby dad is calling me, and then she left. And I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know, I felt awkward. What the heck? I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like, So this time, I was waiting for my car and she was right there, and I was, yeah. So this time, yeah, I don't want to go up because I felt like she was busy, you know what I mean? And the last time she was busy. So I want to, like, when we do speak, if we do end up speaking ever, I want it to be like calm, so we both can just, you know, vibe and talk nicely. Everyone knows I love Ree. Oh my gosh. So I met her last year, and she was cool. You know, I met her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey, you know. She was like, hey, my baby dad is calling me, and then she left. And I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know, I felt awkward. What the heck? I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like, So this time, I was waiting for my car and she was right there, and I was, yeah. So this time, yeah, I don't want to go up because I felt like she was busy, you know what I mean? And the last time she was busy. So I want to, like, when we do speak, if we do end up speaking ever, I want it to be like calm, so we both can just, you know, vibe and talk nicely.
Beautiful Tyla. I wish you hadn't made this video. I think you were trying to explain yourself, and in so doing it kind of even made the situation worse. Tyla, you're a single girl, you don't have children. Rihanna is pushing, how old is Rihanna now? Rihanna is 38 and Tyla is 24. Your lives are at completely different stages right now. Rihanna has just spat out 3 children consecutively. She is the co-chair for the night. Her shoes are tight and she's tired. She wants to go home. She's thinking of her babies. And so her standing there, not talking to Tyla. Remember, she also did not speak to Giovanna. Giovanna and Rihanna are friends. They've been friends forever, because I have it up here just to let you know who she is. Giovanna Battaglia-Elbert is an Italian fashion editor, stylist, and creative director who has known Rihanna for years. So I think it was a situation where she was just so exhausted. She's just so tired. The shoes are tight. She wants to go home. On top of which, they are all waiting for their cars, because all of the celebrities, they are going home now. So you're going to have to wait. It's the same thing when you go to the club or you go to a party or whatever. It takes a minute. So what you gotta do, you gotta wait. And I think that Rihanna wasn't feeling it. If it was a situation where Giovanna was not there, of whom she knows, and it was only Tyla there, then I would have said maybe it's something, because at least you make an effort in the process of. But she didn't. She's tired. She's a mom with children under 5, 3 of them. And she had to do this and juggle up so many other things. And she's in this outfit. You know how we are at the end of the night. You want to take off your bra. You want to take off your shoes. You just want to go home. And that's exactly what she did, while A$AP Rocky continued to party. Talking about A$AP Rocky, I think A$AP Rocky is fabulous. I think he's keeping it down. I think he said, you know what, let me go and say hello to Giovanna. Let me keep the thing kosher, because remember, this is a room full of brands and deals and collaborations, the opportunity for you to make and do so much with so many other people and so many other creatives. And so when Rihanna and A$AP were talking in the car, I looked at her and said, that's marriage. That's me and Ula. How do you see this situation? Ula, what do you think? You know what, for me, I really didn't care. I wasn't this thing, you know, this, that, and so. Sometimes they're just kicking. And you don't have to smile, because the two of you are really real. Especially when you've had children together, child, please. I didn't see anything in it. I didn't see anything in it. And we should not look for anything in it unless they tell us. If they tell us, okay. But other than that, no. And again, like I said, Tyla, there was no need for us for the backstory. People are busy. It happens sometimes when I see Fumi Nation. I make it a point, especially when I go into the city. I make it a point that, you know what, Fumi, you have to stop and talk to them. But then there are times when I'm with Adrian, and I can't, because I have to get from A to B. He's going to his little parties and stuff like that. I can't speak for too long. I can't talk for too long. I'll give you love, hug, kisses, and then I gotta go. So I understand it. You cannot please everybody. And people have just got to understand. But as far as I'm concerned, Tyla and Rihanna are not in the same stage of life right now. And Rihanna gives a lot. I think for me that she was tired and she just wanted to go home. And that was it. So that's the Met Gala drama. Let me know down in the comments. Put out heels. Yes, put out heel emojis. And let me know, because I will count them, if you want me to come and do the red carpet. And I'll do that for you too. All of my love, my darling. Mwah. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button. And I'll see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking.
Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we, baby? Yes, yes, yes. We have new t-shirts, my darlings. We have our Powerpuff Superwoman. It had to be her. It could not be anybody else. As you very well know, she is the first and front and center of every episode, and she represents us. She represents all of us. She represents our strength. She represents our fabulosity. She represents eating our salads and minding our business. And baby, what is delayed is not denied. We have come out with the baby blue, and when you turn around, we have what is delayed is not denied. We did longer sleeves this time around for our girlies. For those of you that are conscious of your upper arms, I got you, mama. We also have what? The crew neck, so that you are comfortable with your limousine girlies and you can go everywhere and anywhere. We have no tags. Instead, I made sure that it was a print so that you have no reactions. There you go, my darlings. Are we living and loving? Beautiful cotton. Might I add that we ship internationally. We have it in our beautiful sky blue for a punch of color for spring. We also have it in cream, my darlings. Yes, yes, yes. And sizes small to 4X. I went out yesterday. Was it day before yesterday? And when I tell you the amount of compliments that I got, I screamed. I was like, is there something that I do not know? And I was so impressed with the amount of guys that said, I need this for my mom, I need this for my wife, I need it for my girlfriend, for my sister, for my cousins. And they just kept on asking. I was at the mall, and it was unbelievable. You can tuck her in. It's a long tee, and you will absolutely absolutely love her. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Yes, darlings, the links are below. Go ahead and get yours. If we sell out, I will order more. All right? Love you, and thank you. Mwah.